Alright, so in the very first episode of Fishy Thoughts, I'm going to run you through how I managed to shoot this 18-pound snapper on a very local shore dive at the time. Okay, welcome to Fishy Thoughts, everybody. This is just a brand new series I'm kicking off with. This particular episode is about this 18-pound snapper. Now, I'm going to get straight into the action. I will not be disclosing locations. I will not be disclosing exact locations in any of this series, especially to this one, because this was a very local, fish your feet type spot that wasn't regarded as a very good dive spot. Every single time I went there, it was either completely dead or very good. I'd shot multiple kingfish through this spot. I've shot quite a few good snapper through the years at that spot. This particular fish is the best snapper I'd seen. So on this particular day, this was like midday on a Friday, end of February. Beautifully hot day, warm water, standard viz for along there. This particular spot never really has good viz. I've seen it okay a couple of times, but I didn't usually dive it for the viz. I dove it because it was close to home and easy to get to. Now through the times I've dove this spot, I'd seen a really big snapper there a couple times. A couple times was on the swim out, just along the weed line there, very unexpectedly, dead ground and then suddenly a huge snapper. And another time was midwinter up on top of this rock in this video in like a foot of water. I saw him dirty as, never really was expecting to see a big snapper, but there he was. Maybe the same fish, probably isn't, but there's also a fair chance that it was the same fish that I'd seen a couple times. So now's the time I'm actually deciding what to do. Through the course of the swim, sometimes if there's kingfish there, I potentially would have shot one by now or seen them. I hadn't, so it was kinnaburley time. This is really on my spot. I'm so shallow that this spot's actually out of the water at low tide. All I want to do is find out if there's a fish here, and it's actually the first, break some kinner up, first burley, and first look over the ledge is when the snapper are there. Now I say snapper, of course, because the one I shoot, which went 18-pound, there's good fish, there's actually one to the left of him, a slightly bit smaller. Now there was a quick double take of mine to find out what the bigger, more suited one is for the shot. The one on the left I sort of put about that 16-pound mark. Amazing to see this two big snapper at this spot, because I've never seen two before together there. And I was quite blown away just to see them. I obviously wanted fish, so I took the shot on the bigger one, and here's the shot in real time right now. Now once I sorted all that out, ickied the fish, cleaned it up, I actually basically thought that was enough. That was really enough for the day. I'm not going to hang around here for too long. The burley is probably ruined now because that shot and the fight's been off. On the swim back, of course, I had to swim back past the burley. I was 20-30 metres to the side. I thought, why not have a little poke my head over there. There's obviously fish here, and see if there's any fish hanging around. There might be, because I'd been sort of 5 or so minutes. And there you go. That right there was a very blatant spook of the other, I'm assuming, the other big snapper that was on the burley. Pretty amazing that he's come back so quickly, but that was, a mistake on my behalf on kind of more assuming that there wasn't going to be a big fish there. Now after that, just shot back home, tidied up, cleaned up the fish, filleted it, whipped the wings off, her head went off to a mate, and that was pretty much the afternoon done and dusted. Okay, fillets and wings are off. I'm going to do something with the wings. I need to get my smoker cranking because look at the size of that head. This is going to go to a friend down the road. Interestingly enough, was a male.
and full of kinner, as you can expect, because that's what it was shot on, a kinner burley.
So there it is, the first episode of Fishy Thoughts, pretty much just a straight as it comes to you look at shooting an 18-pound snapper at home at the time. So I was pretty wrapped with that. That fish is actually still my best one to date, and probably my one of, if not my most satisfying fish I've ever shot, just due to the location of where I shot it. Now I'll be including any links to OXS TV, which is my vlog channel, real up-to-date time. There's obviously the video of this clip 2 years back that will be popping up top, and as well a link down below. You can get along to OXS TV and check out any action. I will be dropping these episodes as I get to them, as I see fit. So any particular fish, if you've been following me for a while, any particular fish you'd like to see broken down a little bit more, feel free to comment below. And I do of course make my own spear guns and composite fins, so I'll be linking any information I can to those here in this video or down below in the description box. I'm Sam Price, I'll see you at the beach.